is a rare thing to find someone who is happy for your happiness and sad for your sadness. But when that happens, that person breaks all friendship barriers and becomes family. Thank you for being the second sister I never knew I needed. I can't wait to watch you walk down the aisle tomorrow, and I feel so blessed to stand by your side.
12 years ago, Annie and I met. I quickly discovered that Annie was quite literally the funniest person ever, and somehow still to this day, 12 years later, that still remains true. Matt, I love you like a brother. Thank you for making Annie the happiest girl in the world.
Matt is a very lucky guy to have Annie in his life forever. We love you very much. Very honored to be up here, and can't wait for tomorrow.
Number one, just focus on the important things. Don't get caught up in what other people think. Communicate, learn to communicate with one another. You can get into cruise control, and you get a little lazy, although Annie and lazy don't go together, so that's probably not going to be a problem. And finally, Kiowa got its name and got famous for the Ryder Cup tournament it hosted here about 30 years ago, 1991. It was called the War by the Shore. Well, I think all of us are now going to remember this place as the place we had the Union by the ocean. Love you guys, and I can't wait for tomorrow. Cheers.
So when I sat down to start writing this speech, it was really difficult for me to put into words exactly what and who Annie is. Because Annie is a lot of things. Not only to me, not only to Matt, but to everyone in this room. Annie is a big personality. I mean, how many people would dress up as an overweight male driver and borrow our dad's loaner car just so I wouldn't recognize it, just to pick Tim and I up from our anniversary dinner and scare me? Oh, and then post a public TikTok of her dancing in that same outfit immediately after, dead sober. Yeah, unreal.
Did Matt ever tell you all how we met? No. Well, some of you know. Anyway, Mary and I were driving, I think to Connecticut to see Mike Jr. And all of a sudden, Instagram Live pops up on my phone. I'm like, that's cool, what's this, I figured it out, and it seems it's Annie and Kelsey somewhere. I got my phone, it's like, I guess it's a bar, yeah, that's cool, hey. And everybody's sending messages like, oh, you go Annie, whatever, just little, there's some guys there, I'm like, wait a minute, hey, cowboy, keep your eyes on your own paper, get away from my daughter. He's kissing my daughter. But then I'm like, how tall are you, man? 6'4"? Yeah, me too. Did you graduate from Georgetown? Yeah, I did. Did you?
One positive that came from COVID was being able to quarantine with my family, including Matt. Our quarantine weekends were spent sharing a few drinks, sometimes more than a few. Occasionally, his eyes would even get east to west. In case anyone is wondering what east to west means, I may or may not have an example with me. I'm told Matt's mom, Sheila, actually came up with the term, so I can't take credit, but I love the expression so much. A little backstory before I show the example, but one particular night in a hotel in Charleston, actually, Annie and Tim had fallen asleep, leaving Matt and I to eat all the room service that the four of us had ordered. Matt was wearing a new pair of shorts that his brother Charles had given him, and he actually wanted me to take a photo of him in the shorts to text Charles. So we took about 15 takes. It's concerning, but we actually thought he looked so good at the time, so I had to bring the photo. And this is Matt, east to west. That is east to west. If you look at his eyes, something that I realized is sometimes you don't know just how much you love and care for someone until they're going through something unimaginable. Matt has taught me so much. He taught me what it looks like to go through the toughest time in your life with grace and positivity. Annie and Matt have gone through something no young couple, or any couple for that matter, should ever have to go through. And they never once complained or asked why us. I am confident that if they made it through that time in their lives, they can make it through anything life throws at them. Annie and Matt, I love you both so much. You deserve this celebration more than anyone. I can't wait for all of the amazing times ahead. Cheers to Annie and Matt.
Annie is a thoughtful and present and hilarious person, and she's very easy to talk to, and I think we got along very well. And I love her to death, and she loves talking shit about Matt. Annie, you're not only my sister, but you're my vacation buddy, so please don't pick up golf anytime soon.
Although our times together became less as you grew, you have to know I was with you every step of the way, and will be going forward. Just turn around, Annie. I will always be there for you. I love you, my sweetheart. You're going to be the best mother and the best wife ever. Thank you, honey. I love you. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
You know, one thing I love about Matt, he's always got a smile on his face, like right now. See him? And yeah. Tell me, you guys, when you picture Matt, when you close your eyes, you don't see him with that smile on his face. When I had my 30th birthday a few years ago, Matt and Annie were the last two people there. My favorite memory was the three of us just going nuts on the dance floor. No one else was there. It was just the three of us. I hope I can, repay the favor tonight. I love you guys. I love you so much. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be part of this.
Matt. So I had the privilege and the pleasure of growing up with Matt, going to college with Matt for a year, and I think, to put it delicately, Matt's a bit of a handful. My Uncle Sam is appropriately and affectionately nicknamed him Shithead at the age of 8. Now has continued to call him that like for the next 2 decades until